So my name is Geshe Yong Dong, and I'm born in Tibet, East Tibet, and called Amdo area. So then became a monk, Lama, since my age 13 years old. And the monastery where I went to is called the Nanjik Bon Monastery, the largest monastery of Bon in Tibet. And then I studied there for over 11 years. And then after that, I became a Geshe degree, which is the divinity of doctors, Geshe means. And then I escaped from Tibet in 1992 to Nepal through Himalaya. And then I went to India, met His Holiness Dalai Lama and His Holiness Miri Tenzin, which is the Tibetan Bon, the spiritual leader of the Tibetan Bon, and also His Holiness Sakya Tenzin. So I met all the spiritual leaders in India. I was 7 years in India, continuously practice and more learning, study. Both many different schools of Tibetan Buddhism. And also I went to Sira Monastery University in South India for 3 years. I studied more the Madhyamaka, the middle path philosophy under Geshe Tubdirenchin. So, and then I went traveling to the West. So I went to Europe for 4 countries for a few months, and then come to Canada, end of the year of 1999. And since then, I lived in Canada, and I've been teaching in Canada. And the Bon is called the Yong Dong Bon. There's my tradition called the Yong Dong Bon. And the Bon is very big, like basically big, one say Bon. But the Yong Dong Bon is that my lineage. Yong Dong means everlasting. Bon is in the quotation, what the Bon means, protection for all beings. That's the Bon. This should be in the bonds, the protects from suffering for all beings. And so this tradition is the founder is Tomba Shenra, the Buddha Shenra or Tomba Shenra called. So he born in Shangshung Omolong, and which is in the West Tibet. Today people recognize as which place where his birthplace, and close to Mountain Kailash, the sacred mountain. And then he became enlightened after 9 years meditating and fasting on Yongdong Gutsa. And after he became enlightened, then he started teaching he's received the knowledge through his experience. And there's many teachings he's giving teachings. What all this was his knowledge. Into the detail with 84,000 teachings called the Bongo Jitong, and then that's collected into 9 teachings we call the Terparumgu, 9 vehicles or 9 ways of a Bon, and then that's collected into the 5 categories: Bongo Jinzonga, 4 pearl and 5th treasure called, and then that's collected into the 3 categories. Chinang Sangsum, the outer inner secret of a Bon, which is a Sutra Tantra Dzogchen. So that's basically the Bon, Yongdong Bon teachings. Bon is important because the teachings are sacred and important. Teachings are sacred and important because that come from Tomba Shenra, that how he liberated from suffering, how benefit himself. So through that teaching is basically kept up until now. Over in a different calendar, but it's 18,000 years history. So that's basically up until now teaching like that. So about Dzogchen is the highest teaching according to the Bon and Enigma. And there's 9 ways, vehicles or ways of teachings, Bon. And these 9 ways of Bon teaching are like stairs going up one by one to the top, which means to become enlightenment is you need knowledge, wisdom. So there's methods and path. First vehicle, second vehicle, like that. The highest teaching, the final teaching, final practice is called Dzogchen, or Yangtze Lanamepa, the top of the highest teaching, which is Dzogchen. And Dzogchen is big. The subject teaching is many big texts that you can learn according to Bon tradition, but basically teaches directly your true nature of mind, like who you are, where you come from, where you lives, remains, where you go, it ends. Not just this life, but what your consciousness and who you are. That's basically Dzogchen teaches that. That's one. And also one of the Dzogchen teaching, Dzogchen is the simple, I would say simple about Dzogchen is there's no really words can understand, only when you're experiencing your nature of mind through instructions, then you know what Dzogchen means. If I say how about your words, you probably won't understand. Okay, so that's one. And the easiest way, simple thing, answer to you what Dzogchen is, or Dzogchen teaching, or Dzogchen practice, is I can say, it is what it is. That's in English expression. There's no judgment, there's no good or bad, and live as it is. Don't try to fix, don't try to fabricate, just remain. Live means it is. Acceptance and letting go. As a remain, everything is just naturally made. So our ego says, no, it should be this way, it should be that. You should live here, you shouldn't live here. We should go here, we shouldn't go. Always like this. In Dzogchen, no. Just accept and letting go. It is what it is. Not what is not. It is not what it is in the mind or in the ego. So that's Dzogchen is like everything's perfect. Don't try to fix anything because you don't need it. Really perfect. Only you have to do is just recognize and embrace. So that's why simple words are good. It is what it is.